Today I want to share a story for all the birth workers out there, for birth doulas, for childbirth educators, midwives, obstetricians, for folks who work on labor and delivery wings at their hospitals, about using inclusive language. Just yesterday I was having a conversation with a new mom who is on the cusp of giving birth, and she confessed that one of the hardest things about this pregnancy has been watching her wife be excluded from the experience. Where she lives in New York State, they got pregnant through a fertility clinic, and after the first trimester were transferred to an OB clinic because her pregnancy is considered high risk. And because of pandemic restrictions, her wife has not been allowed to attend the prenatal visits, the baby's checkups. And for most partners, that makes it really hard to feel connected to the pregnancy and to the baby, to feel excluded from this experience of becoming a parent. But that's a COVID thing, and they can work through that. But additionally, all of the paperwork that they've received about how to support the mom, how to help during pregnancy, has been about what dads can do. But her wife is not a dad, and so she feels unseen and excluded. But because they are great parents, they took an online childbirth education group class that was hosted by 2 childbirth educators. And it was a useful experience, but again and again, the childbirth educators referred to what dads could do, how dads could be helpful, and how now it was dad's turn. And this feeling that her wife is struggling with, like many partners do, to connect with the baby and to find an identity as a parent-to-be, was intensified, and her pain of not being able to feel connected to the pregnancy was sharpened because she is not a dad. And she needs someone to acknowledge her and her role as a non-birthing mom as being a valid thing. So all the birth and baby professionals out there that they are trusting to look after them and to prepare them haven't taken it upon themselves to look after this family, even though that is their job. So here are 2 quick things that you should do as a birth and baby professional. Look through all of your paperwork and all the resources that you're sharing with parents and see how many times the paperwork mentions the word dad, and replace it with an alternative, please. Replace pamphlets and handouts with versions that are more gender inclusive. And if you can't find any, write up your own resources for new families that are less gendered or else entirely gender neutral. And the next time that you meet a group of parents, listen to how many times the word dad comes out of your mouth, and as a birth professional, take it upon yourself to develop a new habit to swap out at least half of these mentions with something that's more gender neutral. Consider spouse, parent, partner, dear one, or even use the word wife. Your work is really important, and you know that, so don't cut those corners. Work on your language so that everyone you serve is included. And let's work on that so that everyone feels loved and supported as they become parents.